Welcome back to Runecast. In today's video, we're going to light a little sage, work with a little herbs, and talk about the runes. All right, this is video 2 in my series of putting together the Runic Apothecary. I've got my little jar here. I'm going to sage it. Got my jar, my lid. I'm going to sage it as well. Got my runes out here. Brought in a little something from the yard, a little bit of free fall from the yard. Put that out on the altar. So last week we bottled some mistletoe associated with the rune Suelu or Sig. We also put some nettles in the jar associated with the rune Fehu. And today, we've got Mugwort. So let's get into this Mugwort. See what this is all about. So I hope some of you are following along, building your own Runic Apothecary, is what I call it. 24 herbs, 24 runes. It's all good. Mugwort. Mugwort is associated with the rune Rad or Raido, and it's definitely got some solar properties to it, like mistletoe. Raido is associated with the sun and the sun's journey around the earth. Sometimes when it comes up in readings, Raido is all about transportation and the chariot. It's often depicted, the sun in the northern tradition is often depicted as riding in a chariot across the sky. So there, we've got our Mugwort. This will be good for any runic working that you're doing that has something to do with transportation, the chariot, the journey, the reunion. Let's go ahead and label it. Got some tape here. Put it on the jar. Let me know how your guys' Runic Apothecaries are coming together. Mugwort, Rod, or Raido. And that's the third jar for that. Talking a little bit about the herbs and the different properties that they have and how they are associated with the runes. There's a really good book that I got years ago. It's called Rune Magic by Nigel Pennick. And that's where most of this comes from. You can see I kind of wrote a list down of the herbs that I'm gathering together and putting together this apothecary. Once it's complete, you will have at your fingertips an associated herb or something to work with other than just the runes themselves. So if you're working on a casting or a protective spell, or working on an incantation, or trying to work your will through the runes, these herbs can help you. And we'll go into different ways and how you can work with them in order to incorporate them into your rune work. So it's my hope that you will stay tuned. You will build your own Runic Apothecary and get ready to dive a little bit deeper into the runes. That's my hope, that those of you that are learning to work with the runes and discovering them on your own, that you will start to work with them and learn new ways and new things about them. So I have on my altar here, of course, I have my sacks. I have the 3 different kinds of runes. I have the runic necklace, the rune staves, and the stones, of course, in the bag. I work with all 3. My favorite, of course, are the staves. That's why I started this channel. So later, as we get through and go through some of this other stuff, I will teach you how to use the rune staves in readings, and I think you'll enjoy that. It's a little bit different way to read the runes, something that I personally love. But for now, we've got 3, and about every week or so, I go to the magic shop or the pharmacia and pick up a few others. And every week or so, I'll be adding to the apothecary until I have all 24 herbs. All right, thank you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And let's keep building this apothecary.